Hi and welcome. I'm Jennifer Britton, and we are a few days away from NaNoWRIMO 2019. I've entitled tonight's virtual writing session, Prepping for NaNoWRIMO. Really excited to bring you this. It's for my community, but I think with today's focus and this month's upcoming focus on NaNoWRIMO, I'm sure other people are going to find it. Are you ready? Nano is almost here. And if you've never heard about NaNoWRIMO, definitely check out nanowrimo.org. They are, again, a nonprofit that believes that your story matters. They are hosting for the month of November, as they have for 20 years now, I understand, a month dedicated to writing. And the challenge is for any or all of us to find time, I would say in the margins of our life, quote unquote, to write 50,000 words towards a story. This is not an official Nano. This is just something I wanted to do for my community. My name's Jennifer Britton. It's great to meet you. I'm going to share a little bit about my story in a few minutes, but this is in addition to the amazing resources they've created, including this year, a wonderful Prep 101 workshop. So please check out their resources at nanowrimo.org. I wanted to do what I do, which is I'm a group coach. I am an author. This is going to be the first of several virtual write-ins that I'm going to host for my community, and you're more than welcome to join me here on Zoom in the next month. What I've really benefited from as a published author is a series of writing prompts and a community that gets created. So tonight's session is really geared to get you focused on your Nano project this year, what you'll need to participate in the next sort of 30 to 40 minutes, your notebook or whatever you write with, your device, etc. A little bit about me. I'm a published author. I've been sort of like a hybrid author, I guess, these days. 2 published traditionally, 3 self-published now, and many digital editions of very much shorter manuals, ebooks, etc. I am a certified coach, a certified human performance improvement specialist, and a human resource management professional. I really focus in my work on helping remote professionals, leaders, and teams, as well as businesses, focus their impact and connect to the resources they need to scale that impact and accelerate their results. And we're doing a lot of sessions like this in all different topic areas. I know how powerful it is to really get going on things. So I've been involved as a participant, as a writer myself in Nano for the last 5 years. I first heard about it about 5 years ago. I was too late to join, but I did write along and actually wound up creating a 40 Ways to Work with Visual Cards ebook that year. I did not participate in the back end of all these great support items, but by 2015, I had it in my calendar. November 1st, I was ready to write, and I started writing a playbook. It's known as a team leader playbook. It's still in manuscript form, but it actually fed into my next year's project. When I say fed in, it sort of lay the foundation. I would actually say the playbook really has become part and parcel of a lot of the programming I do with team leaders in the last few years. In 2016, I changed focus and really wanted to get a lot of the writing down around the work that I do practically with organizations and professionals around enhanced virtual conversations. And that Nano created the first draft of Effective Virtual Conversations, which I then published in July of 2017. 444 pages. Great work, and I would have never gotten it done, I think, without having started that draft in Nano 2016. 2017, tried my hand on a whole other manuscript that is actually in process, and I'll be continuing to edit that into 2020, called Virtual. And it's a guide and a workbook for virtual remote team leaders that is one of my focus areas. Last year, I decided to be a rebel. I am a rebel, and a rebel is someone who, one, doesn't probably write novels. I write business, as you can guess, but also I don't like to follow all the scripts. So last year, I wrote blog posts, and it took me through a 52-week series this year of Plan, Do, Track, which is my 2019 planner. This year, though, in 2 days, I'm kicking off with all of you, starting a Remote Pathways, sort of book 2 in a series. I started book 1 this summer as part of a fundraiser in writing. And I want to give a shout out to my colleagues at the Muskoka Novel Marathon. We wrote together for 3 full days in July of this year as a fundraiser for literacy. That's a little bit about me. I hope by now you've grabbed your notebook, your pen, your paper. This is going to be actually a series of timed writing prompts. I've got some questions here for you, and you will we'll keep on moving. So, very rapidly, just trust that you get whatever you need down in the time that we have. I really want to just hope that you will say that I hope you enjoy this process. Follow along, speed it up. It is, of course, part of the planning process, which I think is really key for us. More information, check me out, plandotrack.com, or over on Instagram at the 90 days plan do track hashtag. So now it's over to you, probably too ready for us to get going. Let's create. I'm going to start our first prompt, and I'd ask you to just lean in and think about your vision. What's your vision for your writing project this year? Capture everything that comes to your mind. All right, we're going to move to our next question here. You'll hear that go off throughout this next time. Simple question for you. What elements do you want to experiment and create with? So that might take you into the landscape of what are the core elements of the book? What are the core elements of your characters, your plot? What are the elements you want to experiment and create with in this next month? Take 2 minutes and jot down what comes to mind. Next question for you. What's important about writing this? Take a couple of minutes to really capture your why, as Simon Sinek has made so popular in his writing. What's important about writing this? Okay, next question. And that is, what's the intent? Or, in other words, what do you mean? What do you mean? And what do you want to communicate through your book? Okay, we're going to move to the next question. Slight different variation here. What's the book about? All right. So think about this book, and with this book in mind, imagine yourself 5 years from now. Perhaps what comes to mind is where you will be or how this book fits in. Again, this is a planning, and think about where you will be 5 years from now. So that's a vision. I hope you enjoyed that. And we're also going to think about yourself a year from now. Again, as a writer with this work, what could your world look like 365 days from now? All right, we have a few more questions. I'd like you now to connect in with who is this for? Get clear on your end reader. Who is this for? Okay. What does your reader want? Think about your reader. And this, of course, is from the whole design thinking methodology. What does your reader want? Think about what they're looking for. Think about what they're yearning for. Think about what they're doing. Next question. As you think about the pacing, the tone, the atmosphere, the themes, what do you notice about pace and all the back end of this book? All right, we looked at our main, actually, we didn't do our main characters. We haven't done our main characters yet. So, within all that you're recognizing, another, maybe a bit of a hopscotch over, who are your main characters in this book? Obviously, you're going to do a lot more work on this, and I would again remind you, Nano has put some great resources together. Back to our project, though, I'd like you to think about some adjectives. We're going to move a little bit into the branding and the elements of your book. What are 5 adjectives that describe this work you want to breathe life into in this next month? All right. Major points along the journey. Now, that could be your journey or it could be your journey of your characters. 2 minutes to give yourself a thinking around the journey roadmap. All right. I hope you're having fun with this. Certainly, it's creating a lot. Um, we've got a couple more questions tonight. Again, these are probably going to leave you with a lot of things to think about. What's the brand? Like these doors, what comes to mind when you think about the brand of this book? Colors, elements, etc. All right, next question. Ultimately, this year, as we step into Nano, blank page, what are you committed to creating this year as a writer? All right, and that is it. That officially takes us through this series of prompts. It's been a little bit over half an hour. If you really enjoyed this, we're working all about vision, and my Plan, Do, Track workbook planner on page 99 has many more areas. You might also want to really think about your trackers. So in Plan, Do, Track and Coaching Business Builder, this is a tracker that I use. It's a 31-day tracker. You could be using something like this. Certainly for word sprints and other, there are lots of different ways. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. This is something I'm going to be doing. I continue to work with a lot of authors, designers, virtual and remote professionals, whether it's on speaking, writing, business development. So just want to do a little shout out because I'm going to be doing more writing prompts in 45-minute windows over the month of November 2019. So just check your calendar. Fridays from 1:30 to 2:15 Eastern, that's New York or Toronto time. I'm going to be in my Zoom room doing a series of writing exercises. They might be like this, they might be a little bit different. I'm going to be hosting those the first 4 Fridays of November 1st, 8th, 15th, 22nd. They are subject to change, so check my Plan, Do, Track Facebook page. That's Plan, Do, Track, all one word. You'll find me there. I'll make sure that I put out a notice, follow along, like it so that you can know about what's going on. Certainly looking at what came up for me as a writer, 10 new pages. And again, I think this is it, the creative process. We got to build in space. I think Thoreau said, life happens in the margins of life. To me, writing happens in the margins of my life. Thanks for joining me. As you can see, others are waiting outside my door. And I really appreciate the time that you've taken tonight. I hope it was useful. If you want to get in touch, Jennifer at potentialsrealized.com. Certainly continue to offer different supports in the area of coaching individuals, groups, and teams. 416-996-8326 if you have questions or want some more focused work. So we'll see you back here in Zoom, and I will probably upload these to my YouTube channel, Jennifer J. Britton, or Effective Group Coach. All right, see you soon. Check out the NaNoWRIMO website. .org, NaNoWRIMO.org. And with that, have a fantastic evening, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.